Okay, for now we're going to discuss about the correlation coefficient. And when finding the correlation coefficient of the data, we're also finding for the strength of how the two variables or more variable are related to each other. So to determine the strength of a linear relationship between two variables, we use the common type of correlation coefficient statistical measure, which is the Pearson R correlations or the Pearson's correlation or simply the R correlation. This measures the strength and the direction of the linear relationship among variables, but it cannot capture the nonlinear relationship between two variables and cannot differentiate between dependent and independent variable. So, yun lang yung medyo limit ng ating Pearson's R. And to get the correlation coefficient using Pearson R or Pearson's correlation, we use this formula. Yan, nakikita nyo naman sa screen. Where N is the number of samples. And so, number of samples. So, just bear with me. Yan. Oops. Yan. So, X is the scores of the variable X. Y is the score of the variable Y. So, meaning X and Y are the given data. And then we're going to find also the summation of X, the sum of the variables, which is the total. So, summation of Y. So, hindi lang X, pati si Y. And then we're going to find the sum of X and Y, the product of X and Y, the sum of X squared or the square of the variable X, and Y squared, the sum of the square of the variable Y. So, hindi lang lagi si Y, pati si X. Or so, hindi lang lagi si X, pati si Y. And take note of this. No? So, when you're computing for the correlation coefficient, sometimes you would have a negative and a positive value. So, huwag kayong matakot kung halimbawa naging negative siya or naging positive. No? So, ayan na, ayaw na magpakita. Okay. So, again, when we say positive, ayan. So, when we say positive, um, the relation of the two variables is a positive correlation. And in terms of the direction, kapag ang isa ay pataas, yung isa ay pataas din. Kapag bababa yung isa, isa naman ay pababa. And then, if the R is negative, they have the opposite direction or it is a negative correlation. The other variable is increasing, the other variable must go down or decrease. So, vice versa din. Kung pa-decrease yung isa naman ay pataas. So, now, let's have some example para yung medyo complicated na formulang nakita nyo kanina medyo mapadali or mas madali nating maintindihan. So, I have your example, no? So, the example here is the height and the shoe size of 10 selected student in a class. So, meaning we have already n as 10 kasi total number so, or the sample. So, 10 students ang kinuhaan. So, may 10 na tayo kagad as n. So, height in inches as a given, we have 63, 60, 63, 52, 60, 64, 63, 61, 67, and 62. And for their specific shoe size, it is written na din here 11.5, 9, 11.5, 8, 10.5, 11, 9, 10, 10, and 9. So here in our presentation, it is already computed, no? So maybe the person who write this one, no, siguro nag manual computation siya, nag-construct ng table, nag-use ng calculator na automatic tapos hindi naman automatic may sagot na no, sinusulat niya, sinusolve and so on and so forth. So now we're going to use a technology since technology naman tayo or polytechnic rather ang school natin, no. We are going to use technology to solve this one. No, hindi natin hayaan na hindi natin matutunan ng technology to compute the correlation or the Pearson's correlation. Okay. So, first thing is we're going to use or rather para ma-compute natin yung correlation using a technology, we're going to use Excel. Yan. This Excel would help us compute Pearson correlation. So, there are two ways. Siyempre, yung unang way, dun muna tayo sa long method and then the short method. Laging ganun sa math, merong long, merong short. So, sa long method muna tayo and when you're going to use Excel, you have to write your given in this manner, no? So dapat siya ay um, sabihin natin naka-column siya, no? Instead na naka-row kanina, right? So naka-column siya. So again, so the height here and the shoe size, no? So we're going to um, use this data, no? And then before that, syempre dapat lagi nating tinatandaan or binabalikan yung ating formula. So when we look to our formula, no? So balikan lang natin siya. I wanted to write the formula on the Excel, no? Pero baka bumagal katulad niyan, no? So anyway, ayan, lumabas din. No, so we're going to copy the formula first. No, so ayan, ayan nag-not responding. Ayan, so let's copy this. Ayan. And then we're going to place this it on our Excel para naman may guide tayo, no, para hindi na tayo pabalik-balik on the Excel and to the module presented. Yan. Medyo medyo mabagal lang siya. Yan, naglo-load. Ayaw pa rin mag-paste. No, so again, um, the formula we are going to use is the Pearson correlation or the Pearson R. So ito na siya. Okay. Here's the formula. No, so now we're going to compute for the R using Excel. So first thing first we have to do is to identify all the terms here, no? So first, 'di ba nabanggit ko na kanina that we have already n. N is equal to 10. Yan. So ngayon, we're now going to find for every term dun sa ating formula. So we're going to identify the xy, the summation of x, summation of y. Yan. So first thing is we have to let that height is the x. Tapos shoe size is the y. Ngayon ang hahanapin daw natin is the x and y or the product of x and y. And then next is the square of the x and the square of the y. Ayan yung mga hahanapin natin. So using the Excel is that syempre we're going to use formula from the Excel, no? So just select this first. Select a cell kung saan gusto nyong lumabas yung score. So type equal sign. And then when you type equal sign, you're going to select for the cells you wanted to multiply. So select natin 63 and yung 11.5. Sorry. 63 muna pala and then the symbol for multiplication, the asterisk, and then 11.5. Then press enter. Then the Excel would be giving you the answer for the product of x and y or 63 and 11.5. So, para mabilis yung ating computation, kung nakikita nyo tong maliit na bar na nandito sa lower right corner, no? So, you're going to drag it down. Select that and drag it down para automatic lahat ng row na gusto nyong i-multiply ay makukuha na. Ayan. Next, x squared. So, syempre, x squared is just multiplying to itself. So, again, press equal and then select the x, variable x, that is 63. Then the asterisk, then select again the 63. Yan, or the cell where the 63 is. Then press enter. Then when you press enter, automatic do the same thing kanina, no? Drag down nyo lang ulit yan. Yan. Then lalabas na ulit lahat. Ngayon, yung y squared naman. So may another way then to having the squared, no? So um, equal sign, then get the cell kung ano yung gusto nyong i-squared, that is the y. Then yung symbol for exponent, that is the, parang nakalimutan ko yung tawag dyan, pero yung parang mata ng smiley. And then, 2. Then press enter. So, again, do the same, drag it down. Okay. So, when you drag it down, automatically, the data would be there. No? So, now, hindi pa tayo tapos kasi ang kailangan natin is the summation. So, we have to sum. No? So, pag sinum natin siya, we're going to use the formula equal sign and the sum. No? So, syempre, dahil sum yun or total, tatapat tayo dun sa column na gusto natin i-total. So, press equal and then the sum. Right sum. Then, open parenthesis. Pagkatapos nun, select nyo lang yung column na gusto nyong kunin yung sum. Yan. And then, close parenthesis and then press enter. Ngayon, nakuha na natin yung sum. Kung kanina, dinag natin pababa, ito naman, dadag natin papuntang kanan. So, yung idea is this. Yan. Ngayon, makukuha mo na yung sum nung x, y, x squared, and y squared. Now, we're going to compute. No? So, by computing, syempre, dahil nakuha na natin yung mga term, we could now just write the values nung summation of x, y, and so on and so forth natin. So again, now 10, n is 10. Then we have here the summation of x, y, ito yon. So we have 6,044. And minus the summation of x, that is 605. Tapos, times the product, times summation of y, or the product of summation of x and y. So, that is 99.5. So, medyo late lang yung paglabas ng sulat ko. Okay, we have the square root of 10. Then, summation of x squared is this. Yan. Minus the summation of x then squared. That is 605 squared. Times the square root of 10. Tapos summation of y squared, that is 1,002.75. Then minus the summation of y. Ito yon. That is 29.5, then squared. So, yan, hindi nyo na pala nakikita. No, so, ayan, yung nailagay na natin dyan. So, when you compute that on your calculator, no? So, by substituting everything, then putting it on the formula, then makakuha kayo ng sagot na 0.64. Ano ba? 64? Oh, wait lang. Para sure natin, i-compute natin siya. 62. Yan. 6, 2, 4, 5. Yan. 6, 2, 4, 5. No, so yung makukuha natin. No, so using the Excel, we have already found the correlation coefficient, no. So, yung table natin, hindi tayo nahirapan dun sa sinusulat, ini-isa-isa natin. So, that is the use of the technology. Pero syempre, meron pang shortest method, no. We're now going to get for the correlation using the Excel itself. No, so, stop lang natin. Ayan. So, para makuha natin yung correlation using Excel, you're going to go here on the data. Ayan. Tapos, pupunta kayo sa data analysis. Then, not all Excel are, or sabihin natin, sa bawat computer, hindi lahat merong data analysis kasi sineset up siya. So, I will be sending a link to watch kung paano nyo makukuha tong data analysis na yan. So, panoorin nyo na lang siya para ma-activate nyo yung data analysis on your Excel. So, select the data analysis. And then, kapag sinelect nyo siya, may lalabas na window. And then, yung window na yon ibibigay sa inyo kung anong statistical measure ang gusto nyong gamitin. So, hindi ko siya ma-zoom out, pero you could find there a correlation. And then, click that correlation and then select OK. No? And then after that, another window would pop up na kung ano yung tinatanong naman niya kung ano yung gusto nyong i-input to compute for the correlation. So that is first input range, the input there may nakalagay input range. You have to select yung group nung data na gusto nyong i-correlate. So select that variable and then we have to tapos may arrow down. Yan. Then, output range. Output option. Ibig sabihin, kung saan nyo gustong lumabas yung data. Select output range. Pwede naman new worksheet or new workbook. So, depende. Pero gusto ko dito ko nakikita din. So, select output range. Then, select kung saan yung gusto. Ayan. So, kung saan gusto nyo lumabas, kahit anong cell. Pero, syempre, dun sa mga hindi makakapatong ng data or nung sinulat natin. So, select OK. And then, in just 5 seconds or 10 seconds, depende sa bilis ng computer mo, lalabas na yung sagot. So, we have here 0.62449, which is also the same as 0.6245. So, grabe si Sir, no? Pinahirapan muna kami dun sa table bago itinuro yung short. No? So, that's it. Ito yung sagot natin. No? So, now we're able to find for the correlation coefficient. So, do you have question? Okay, so if ever don't have question, we're now going to proceed to the next, which is finding the idea of testing the correlation or the significance of the correlation coefficient.